Hey, yo. Nothing but love when you getting it. They up in the club when you kicking it. They seeing you double and triple it. But the minute they in a predicament, quick to forget what you did with it. Not that the bottles are empty, nobody's friendly, not even a little bit. Where did everybody go? Salute to my CRaCKians. We're rocking stadiums. Yeah, status boom X. You know we're gonna keep giving them the work. Bloodline, what up, homie? Sell the email. Oh yeah, sell. You tuning in? I hope you working on the things, right? You better be working on the Cuban Revolution. Will be televised T-shirts, and let's make hip hop great again. Yeah. So let everybody start coming in. Pause. Let everybody just do what they do. Italiana, what up, mommy? Mario Aguilar. We back in the building. Evacuate a woman and children. Econs, what up? Kyle, 92, what up, homie? We here, baby. Nighthawk, what up? What up, my peoples? What's going on, my homies? Who are my homies? I'm gonna tell you a story about one day about Illinois Scratch. I think I said it, but I'm gonna go into detail one day. I want to do one of these episodes how my career started. We go back. I came in this game fighting. It's never for me to protect other people or to look out for the crew, but it's always I'm in the middle of revolution all day. So, oh yeah, we gonna get it right. Let people come in. Pause. Why don't you rock a chain on? Because I am the Cuban Link. That's why. You don't need to see a chain. I am the link. Joseph Hoover. There you go, baby. Happy 4th of July. Definitely happy 4th of July. You know, them fireworks gonna be up in the sky. You know? Yeah. You already know what it is, man. Went for the biggest coqueta. Katie to come in. Who's Katie? You still talk to Baby Pun? I wish I would talk to him. They got me on the mute list. They curved me all day. I love them, regardless from far and near. Cuban Link has always been here. You know? Nadie me habla. They all, I got the cootie still. They scared of the truth. Even them. And they don't come out or nothing. But it's okay. You know. Yeah, Nighthawk, you already know. New music soon. Yes, Mike. Mike, Hunt. I'm not going to say it. That's an old school joint. That's like Mike. Jessica's a new one. You hear me say Jessica? Be like, Jessica was looking for you. Be like, Jessica who? Just a couple of nuts in your mouth. It's just a couple. Just a couple. That's my new. I made that up. You know what I'm saying? I made that joke up. For real. Jessica. Just a couple of nuts in your mouth. Well, there's a lot of Jessicas. That's why, you know what I'm saying? You could catch people. Remember, back in the days, it used to be Mike. And then Wendy's nuts was in your mouth. And Eileen back. And you swallow Mike. You know, all of those. But Jessica, that's like incognito. You get caught with Jessica. Nobody can say no to that one. Jessica was looking for you. Yeah, you was fighting, but Jessica got in and snuffed you. Jessica who? Just a couple of nuts. It's just a couple. Oh, yeah. And the other one. Why did the chicken cross the road? I put the twist in it. I made this up. They can always try to gas it up, and when it gets to the main stage, they're going to try to take credit for it. But I made this one up. Why did the chicken cross the road? It's not to get to the other side, like that's the white joke back in the days. No. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get some cock-a-doodle-doo. Can't say that word, I think. without all that, but to get some cock a rooster, the rooster, that type of, you know. But it's the truth, right? A chicken crossed the road to get some cock, a rooster. Can't get more real than that. And what else? I forgot the other one. I'll come up with another one. But anyway, thank y'all. Thank y'all for showing up to the CRaCK Cuban Link Show. I am your host, Cuban Link, aka Rodolfo Rodrigo Ramirez. W. Kaku. CRaCK Radio. I am your host, Cuban, to the link. You know what I'm saying? The one who got snuffed and went and ordered another drink. Yeah, you want to say it that way. But I will knock you out, real life. But, yeah, so I was looking at the, once again, Stalker Cuban. I didn't sue. I didn't call the cops. I took it like a G. So this is how Fat Joe repays me. I got to make content off that fat, funky beluga. It's only right, y'all. So back to the beluga subject. I heard him, the Kiss and Crack podcast, right? The Kiss and Crack podcast. And this is another story that I'm involved in. That he said his perspective on it, throws his little beluga twist on it, and he had Jada like this. Jada doesn't even look at him no more. He just goes, because he knows the beluga lie is coming. So he's telling the story of the Vibe Awards. I was there with the Vibe Awards. The Vibe Awards happened in Cali, 2005, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. We already got beef, me and the beluga. I just got my deal with MOB Records. MOB Records got on my case because I was too upfront with me and Joe's beef, like I always been, right? So we was trying to get back into the industry. We had Kevin Black working our project. If y'all don't know, go into the backside of real, the industry dude side. It was with Def Jam and on that Kevin Black. We had, we trying to get back into the industry because, the dude had me blackballed. So MOB, they had a big bag. So he, my Artie at the time, which was the CEO of MOB Records, he wanted to get into good graces with the industry, but the industry already was rocking with Joe. So they told him, yo, listen, if we want to make this project work, we got to tell Cuban to tone it down. Don't act like it's real beef like that. Be able to be around each other. And, so I was like, ooh-sa, okay. I got to listen to what the label wants to do. They're spending big money on me. I got to play ball. I got to pause. But I got to play, along with the game. So they had me take like media classes on all that. How to answer questions. I'm not good at none of that. I'm only good at telling the truth and being from the cuff. I say how I feel and always, feel what I say. So we're going to go now. So MOB is preparing a team for me to work through the industry. That's where the Jimmy Henchman come in. Jimmy Henchman was, managing the game, managing the guy Omar from the Wire. That's my boy too, rest in peace. And Rosario Dawson, the girl that played it. He's got game, remember? Rosario Dawson, beautiful. She's a major, actress. So I'll tell you all this because now we're going to the Vibe Awards. I get to Cali, I get in the limo. Who's in there? Omar from the Wire, Rosario Dawson in the same limo, or everybody that was Jimmy Henchman's artist or he was working with. They're all in that limo. And me and Jimmy already know each other from the Puff Daddy days and all this. So we had a rapport, but Artie went to him so Jimmy could guide us through the industry. That's it. My relationship with Jimmy is to say, cool dude, always been a real one, respected. And I was ecstatic that he was taking over my project so we could work through this industry because I did want to get in the industry and, do it big time. Jimmy also told me, yo, what's the deal with you and Joe? I told him the deal. I told him his problems. trying to calm it down, but it's problems. You know, I ain't gonna try to be on the offense, but I'm defensed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I went to Cali and I was in the limo with these artists and Jimmy, I was Dolo, just me and Artie. So I was Dolo with Jimmy, Rosario Dawson, and Omar from The Wire. I forgot his real name, my bad. He was in the limo. Omar from The Wire started kicking rhymes, spitting lyrics. I'm like, oh, I started doing the beatbox with him. We was in the limo just having a crazy time. It reminded me of when Pun and us was in the limo back in the days. But we didn't record none of this. But he, you know, Omar was nice. Like, he was spitting a little old school, but he was spitting them, the content within the rhymes. So I was like, yo, you nice. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we get to the red carpet. You know, the limo pulls up in the red carpet at the Vibe Awards, red carpet and everything. Artie was with me inside the limo. We start walking the red carpet. People asking me questions, like, the paparazzi, yo, what's going on? Oh, they see me with the crew already. Like, that's a look. That's a look. Now Cuban Link is back, and now he's rocking with Jimmy. So Jimmy had the pull behind the scenes, management-wise. So Rosario, Dawson, I'm sure they got pictures. They just never put it out. And the guy Omar from The Wire, we took turns and walked through the fire. You had to pose and take a little pic and, do the red carpet thing, whatever. They walk us in. Now, Jimmy Henchman has a table in the Vibe Awards. We all have a table. And those guys, Rosario, Omar from The Wire, myself, Jimmy Henchman was right next to me. Who else? We had like a 12-seater, a round table. And we was right there. Like, we seen the Locks. We seen Jada and the whole Locks. They was in the front. I was rocking with the whole Rough Riders and of course, the Locks. At the time, that's when I did the song Talk About It in a Chain Reaction album. I did a song with Jada and all that. So I went to the front, and I know everybody. Everybody's there now. When we walk in, we sit down at Jimmy's table, the whole industry's in there, all the artists. You know what I'm saying? All eyes on me, too, because they're looking at me like this on the side. And I'm just, trying to be cool, cordial, because, I can't look like the troublemaker. So, I go to the front table, say what's up to the Locks. I was like Cheek Luch, Jada, Styles. I said, my brothers, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be right here if anything. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a report like that. They was like, yeah, Q, go ahead, do your thing. Up there, that was the G Unit was to the, far north. I was sitting right here. They was up here, but up there a little more. Joe was sitting behind them in the back by the shadows, right? Because, I seen the Beluga telling Jada what's going on that day and how when Shook Knight came in and everybody was shook at him, which it was. People were shook. Mad shook. And all of that, right? So we chilling. He goes in about 45 minutes into it. We sitting at the table with Jimmy and him. Jimmy's telling me, yo, listen, Q, just be calm. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen it when I locked in already where Joe was at. I was already like, and I'm Dolo. Remember, Jimmy and them don't know how I get down. Omar, I don't want to bring no heat to them because it's like I look like the problem child and I'll fuck up the whole night for them. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm in my best behavior, sitting down. And the show starts. Everything blah, blah, blah goes into a little bit. And who gets an award? They get a Vibe Award. Fat Joe from the Even Back. So now he got to walk. He has to do the walk. He has to walk by my table, Jimmy Henchman's table. He has to walk around and go into the stage because we were right there. Right? So this is the moment of truth right here for me. See if I could compose myself and I could be part of the industry without causing trouble. So now I'm like, okay. I see him. I see Raul, bodyguard cop looking dude behind him. And some other dudes was there. So now he's walking around. He has to walk through my table, right? Everybody sitting down. Jimmy Henchman look at me. He goes like this. I was like, so he gets closer. When he gets closer, I get up. I get up, right? I get up. I'm like, clapping like a psycho, right? But I'm containing myself because I can't do. So I'm like this. Like I'm clapping for it. People are clapping. So I'm like, yeah, yeah. So he doesn't look at me, right? Shook, beluga, fuck. Doesn't look at me, keeps walking. I start twitching from the side. And I'm like this. Like this, I can't even do it like this. I was like, yeah. You know, not provoking, but I guess it was provoking. Because if I look at myself from out of body experience, I'm like this. You look crazy clapping like that. But I'm like this. Jimmy was like this. He grabs me by my shoulder. I mean, by my elbow. He goes like this. Chill. So I was like, no, let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. So right, he goes by, whatever. He doesn't get too close to me, but he's right there. Like another table was, between us. He walks around and he walks, makes his way all the way to the stage. Yeah, TS, wow. And I'm like this looking, right? And he goes, I like to give a big shout out to Ricky Martin in the building. You know, that's the indirect to me. Maybe the whole world, the whole the industry in there, they didn't know he was talking about me. He probably thought he was talking about Ricky Martin, because we actually did a remix with Ricky Martin, Living the Vida Loca, right? So they probably, that shit went over their heads. But me, I'm like this disgusting, but I'm laughing, right? I'm like, he got the nuts to say that, right? So he had to come back. But when he came back through the thing, he went the other way. He went back, sat down in his place. And I was like, all right, cool. Show keeps going on. Matazat, Yahawada. Wait, you gotta have an Indian reservation somewhere, Matazat. Thank you for contribution, your contribution to the revolution. Yes. So yeah, the show continues. We there back. Jimmy is kind of proud of me. Yo, you did good. And I'm like this, no, we good. We chilling. Show keeps going on, everybody's there. I go outside to get a cigarette break. Right? So I go to the outside, is the door you go, and it's like a fenced in little thing. You out there smoke cigarettes. By myself. Once again, go out there. Get a little cigarette to smoke. By myself. When I was out there, I was by myself. I forgot to tell you a part when we was going inside the awards. It was just me and Artie getting the metal detectors. And who's there behind Artie acting a fool, acting like he was putting the pressure on Artie behind him. He was behind Artie like this, right? And I'm watching because I got in first. They searched me. I turned around and I'm looking at Artie getting searched now. But then behind Artie was Raul. And Raul was like this, looking at Artie behind his back doing this. So I could see it. So now I go up to him and I was like this, come on, Artie. And I'm looking at Raul like this, yeah, you pussy ass nigga, right? So he did this shit to me, right? Facts, this is facts I'm speaking. But I just took it back because that was an important part. So they could know what kind of temperature I was on, So let's go back. Now I'm smoking a cigarette outside. Only me there. Next thing you know, hell breaks loose. With a door that was outside, so the door is locked, so I can't see inside. You know what I'm saying? It's fenced in. The cars are parked back there, but it's like a little smoking area. I'm smoking a cigarette, hell breaks loose, and the door flies open. Whoosh. Steve Rifkins comes flying out, running. Jumps over the gates that were there. All his bodyguards directing him. Everybody, it was like a melee, like it was a bomb scared in there. Everybody starts running out. And I'm like, this dude smoking a cigarette. Like, what the fuck? Hey, yo, what's going on? I said that to Steve. Hey, yo, Steve, what's going on? Yo, shook in there, they're wilding out. That's why Steve fucking Riskin said. I said, word. But the shit was getting emptied out through the back while I was smoking. It was hopping fences, like all the artists. But I seen Steve Rifkin hopping the fence first. So, me and him had a report from back in the days. I said, yo, what's going on? What happened? Yo, Shook is wilding. Get out of there. Like it was a fucking crazy melee, like a shootout. So I waited till everybody to get a little calmed down as far as like people coming out that door. I made my way inside the door because I got to go get Artie. I got to see Jimmy. What happened to the people I came here with? I walked back in there. I'm looking around. I see Jimmy standing up. All the artists, Jimmy's there. The same people was there on the table, but it was like half empty. It was a melee that happened on stage. That's when I guess Buckshot, I mean not Buckshot, Young Buck, you know what I'm saying, stabbed the dude with the fork and he shook, sent somebody to snuff Dre and all that. I wasn't up in all that shit, but I was, right after the aftermath, I went back to the thing. Jimmy was there. Jimmy was just, Jimmy's a calm gangster. So he was just calm. I was like, yo, what happened? What happened? Joe and them been gone. Like when I went back after the smoke break, he was gone. The table he was with was gone. You know what I'm saying? That's the only G unit. I seen the cops up there, like starting to arrive. But it was me and Jimmy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went to Jimbo, what's going on? What's going on? Like, not really like extra, but just like whispering through the side of her lips, like, yo, what happened, shit? She's like, nah, something happened. I think Dre got snuffed or something. But we were just, kicking it like that. And then we left. But that's what happened in the in the Vibe Awards that year. You listen to the Beluga's version, he was the star of the show in there. He had nothing to do with nothing. He had nothing to do with nothing, because if anything, he saw me there. I saw him. Regardless of I went up there, clapped like a retarded, disgusting. I'm holding my composure, but he knew I was on. You could tell in my eyes, baby. You could see in my eyes. But he didn't do nothing or whatever. I guess Jimmy, that's what it was too. Jimmy had spoke to him about, letting the beef like rest and let artists be artists and just put out your work. You know what I'm saying? Just, Joe told him whatever he told him. It's not me. That's why he told Jimmy that. He told, nah, man, I have no problem with that guy. He's the one that has the problem with me. I have no problem. That's what he told Jimmy. That was the message that Jimmy, sent back. But yeah, man. Me and my brother pun. Yeah, I hate that too. Multi-faced it. Yeah, I hate when he uses pun all day when he robs him behind the scenes. That's what I'm saying. It's disgusting. But that was the 2005 Vibe Awards. That's what happened. I remember Dre went on stage actually afterwards, and he said what he said. So Dre stood there and he received it. He was a little nervous. I don't know if it was nervous, but it was like extra. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got out of something, so it was just probably hyped up. But he got up there and said, nobody's gonna stop me. It's just this music. He said his speech. Yeah, but that's when Shook send that kid to, I guess, snuff from Dre. He did kind of ruin his moment. That was Dre's moment. Kind of ruined it for Dre. I felt like he was doing the bully right there. That's the extra bully, Yeah, that was whack. But, G-Unit was there, and Joe was, he had the beef with Joe. They was there. Joe didn't say a peep. This is not the type of, Marcus Simpson, thank you, my brother. Got any Nas stories, Q? Yeah, I got some Nas story. I got a Nas story. But goddamn, 199? Come on, Marcus. Marcus! You gotta bring it up, Dave. You want me to tell a whole Nas story? I came here to talk about the Beluga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing with you. Wait till I finish this up, though. So, yeah, so the 2005 Vibe Awards, I was there. I was actually there. Your boy Cuban Link was there. That's what happened. Me and the Beluga almost clashed. He would have did the wrong move and looked at me funny. I think I would have did the flip on him. I would have turned to the Dolphin, the flip. And the Beluga and the Dolphin would have been fighting in the middle of the whole Vibe Awards. But, inside information that they try to act like I haven't been part of that. Like, I've been part of it. I was there. So the Beluga said that story, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, tell y'all the truth now. You know what I'm saying? He was quiet as a church Beluga. Acting like, you know what I'm saying, he's making noise and this and that. That boy was scared when I was there. He knew. And then I was with Jimmy. Oh, Lord Jesus. You talking about Suge Knight. I was with Jimmy Henchman in there. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess you do now after everything's played out, man. But, yeah, we was moving like that, for real, for real. So don't let nobody fool you. They're going to try to screw you. Yeah. So, what else? You want a Nas story? I'll give you a Nas story. You know the Nas story I always said, right? With Mystic Studios, Pun's first album, Capital Punishment. Was working out of Mystic Studios in Staten Island, all over the ferry, the little studio there, building we used to be in. That's the Atlantic building. And it was doing John Blaze, doing John Blaze. And Fat Joe didn't want me to be in the sessions. Remember, I was in Santa TS. I was just, to him, I was just a friend, and that was my twin, and so I shouldn't have even been there. And I was there for certain things, so he shunned me a lot. Pun was the reason why I was getting into those sessions, most of the time, because he would fight for me and he'll rep for me. So it'd be me and Pun though, and the Capital Punishment album is me and Pun taking a ferry every day to go to that studio, or me using my hoopty to take him there. So, what I'm saying? Me, him, and Sace. But mainly me. When Sace couldn't make it because Sace had a job, it was me and Pun just going to the studio and knocking out songs through him. And me being there just assisting him. You know what I'm saying? And helping him with whatever he asks me. I'll give him my feedback. So this time, we go over this for the John Blaze shit, because what happened is that Joe was using Pun's studio, the Mystic Studios, also to record his album. That's how they save money. That's the inside tricks. You know what I'm saying? Which is, okay, we don't want to, even blow up the spots there, but he was using Pun's album, The Other Side. When Pun wasn't working on his album, his Capital Punishment album, he would record his, and he was already starting to record his Don Cartagena album, the one that Pun mostly wrote. So John Blaze comes along. Pun wrote him that rhyme that day. Pun wrote Joe's, John Blaze rhyme. So now I'm in the side room, because I couldn't go in the session while Nas was recording, whatever. Joe wanted to be secluded, only him and Pun, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I'm waiting on the other side. I had no problem waiting. While I'm waiting over there, guess who's there? Watching TV. Little Leah. She was like 14 years old. Marcus Simpson, thank you for contributing to the revolution. No disrespect, but did you get more tail before or after your battle scar? Females love the wounds, females love battle wounds. It was always the same for me, man. Even without me being in the game, I used to be, the girls used to chase me. I used to be really more into hanging out with my homies and getting the, hip hop thing done. Yeah, I don't know. But it is what it is. You gotta ask the girls that. You know what I'm saying? Did they find Cuban, more sexier with the scar before? Y'all don't know about that. I've been always the same dude, But thank you for contributing though. What was that? I was in the other room. I seen that Leah was sitting down watching TV. She ordered pizza, I guess, So I go in there. She's like 14 at this time. Young, she had a hoodie on, looked mad skinny. And I was just there. I was like, hey, mama. I ordered some pizza. The pizza came, and I offered her pizza. Hey, you want to eat? I didn't even know who she was. You know what I'm saying? Give her a slight. She was like, oh, thank you. I said, what you doing? A short conversation. What you doing over here? Oh, no, I'm recording. I'm an artist. Yeah, this, that. Man, cute, beautiful, innocent. Next thing you know, Pun comes to get me. Yo, Joey, come over here. He's like, you sure? I don't want this fat beluga to start talking trash and then, get me into argue with him. I don't want to argue with him. He's like, Nick, come over here. It's a pool room. So I go into the pool room. He doesn't tell me now he's getting nothing. I go, he opens the pool room. Who's sitting on top of the table? The pool table? Nas. And I'm like, oh, shit. Inside, I'm like, oh, no. I was straight up. I was like, yo, groupie. You fanned out, you know what I mean? Pause though. Not no crazy shit, because I'll turn into a groupie and be like, man, fuck, remember Hollywood Shuffle when it was like, hey, yo, Batty, man, Batty. And when Keenan Wayans was telling Batty, he had the bat, he said, get away from me. I don't want to say anything. Man, fuck you, bad head. That's me. If you fuck around, I'll say, man, fuck you then if you try to play so. But now, I went straight to Nas, you know what I'm saying? He gave me 5, and he was like, yeah, what's up, man? He calm, the guard. He's like, what's going on, Q? Multifaceted, thank you, man. Salute, baby. Thank you for contributing to the revolution. So Nas, mad humble. What's up, man? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yo, kid, Pun is there like this. Like, because he knows like Nas is one of our favorites. So I'm over here like fucking flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. Marcus Simpson, thank you. What year was this? This was 95, 96? 96 maybe? 96. Pun got his deal in 96. 96, I think. He was working on Capital Punishment before he came out and all that. So you do the math too. So you know me, as soon as I see Nas and everything, finesse, keep a tech, nine on my dresser, lyrical professor, keep you under pressure. And Pun is already style, you know what I'm saying? Because Pun is already inside. He's inside with the insiders already. Like Joe already had stars meet, you know, he met all these people before me. So I'm fanning out. Pun is looking at me like, this nigga over here making like embarrassing him a little bit. But I was like, you crazy, that's fucking Nas. One of my favorite. So I started kicking his rhymes and all that. Nigga Pun stops me, right? I was like, yo, you know, I was giving props his flowers. I mean, Nas his flowers. And Pun goes, yo, kick that round, Nas. Go ahead, you know, your favorite joint. And this dude, Nas, out of nowhere. What up, twin? Whatever. I never back down. I hold my ground and pound a body like Muhammad Ali, Poppy. We could lock up in the lobby. I be bobbing and weaving, leaving niggas out of breath. Then I dig in their chest with my 5 fingers of death. TS bringing it live from the boogie. Our crew be too deep. Our biggest pussy will make sushi out of Shokazuki. So for the rookies who be talking in riddles, how many hits it'll take before I break through your middle? Too evil intent. Yo, he kicked my whole verse on toe to toe. Nas did it. I was like, what? So I was like, oh man. You know, give him all his flowers, he gave me my flowers. But that went to show me how much of a hip hop fan Nas was. That he even noticed a dude like me, you know what I'm saying? Through Pun too. Through Pun. Brandy Fernando, thank you, baby. Contributing to the revolution. What up, Cuba? 100% all day. Yes, nothing but love. So yeah, that was my Nas story. And then, that's when he kicked the first John Blaze rhyme. Remember, he went back and after he heard Pun with the old, yo, damn, what was the John Blaze joint? Even if I stuttered, that was still yeah, that one. I forgot to start, but damn, that's one of my favorite Pun rhymes right there. Even if I stuttered, I would still shit on you. Soon as I chitter chatter, your shit is shatter. I'm the kid out of the Bronx that'll stomp you to death like it didn't matter. I'm even better than before. It's killing metaphors. Killers better than all on Pun. It's one verse, cadet, I'm all John Blaze. Pun demolished everything in that record. Not even because he's my brother. He demolished everybody in that record. Nobody can tell me that Pun didn't do the best in that. So, you know, but Nas, that was the first rhyme, Nas, when he said pen and a pencil, something like that. But then Nas came back. I think I probably have those things. Like my mother or my wife, my ex-wife, I think she still got those tapes. I know I had a bag of tapes from Mystic Studios and all of that, toe to toe, and it's Senorita. The one with Jada Kiss on it, I guarantee you, my mom's whole shit for every memorabilia. If I go check the closet, she got all them tapes. Or Viv probably got all them joints. I don't know, but somebody has them. I used to take all the tapes. I used to take them home and be like, yo, these are crazy. But yeah, but that was the time when they did John Blaze and Nas laid down his first time in the booth that he did it, the rhyme was hot, but the second time it was even more on point. And to me, he still couldn't fuck with Pun's rhyme. None of them could. But Nas, come on. That humility in Nas and how he made me feel as far as like a rookie in the game coming in and the love he showed to me and Pun, man, I applaud that, I salute that, and still one of the illest in the world. So when Jimmy Jones say things like that, it's like, come on, you already know. Don't even take that serious, man. Nas is a legend, one of the best. Right. So yeah, man. I just wanted to come here though and tell you my side of the story when it came to that Vibe Award, because I seen them now on the new Jada, Kiss and Crack show, Jada and Joe. You know, Marcus Simpson, thank you, brother. It's 161st watching. It's 161 watching. I sent Cuban less than $2 for telling these classic gems. It's all right, man. It's all right. You know, when you do it from the heart, it's a reward in itself, you know. Letting the public know, putting my story back into the real rotation. And they try to, you know, they try to take it out in the race. My legacy, you know what I'm saying, what I've been through, and act like I never existed. So we here, I'm putting them that Cuban flag, you know what I'm saying, that Cuban Link flag, to let y'all know, you know, inside information y'all probably never seen or never will hear, unless I tell it. That's why I got to tell everything when it comes to me, and you know what I'm saying, and the truth really. Y'all deserve to know all of that, you know, because these dudes be lying, and that's why they be in higher positions, because they got the, you know, their story with a lie, and it makes y'all follow the lie. I don't want y'all to follow the lie. We're gonna follow the truth in this Cuban revolution. Yeah, we're gonna follow the truth. We're gonna let it be known. And another reason why I love and I got respect for the locks, you know, besides them, you know, Jada doing a song with me being cool as hell with Styles from the beginning. Shoot and Cheek Luch always been a good brother to me. But especially when Styles took little baby Chris under the arm, as far as like, you know, after the Nori didn't want to give him the love. Remember I told y'all that story, Nori tried to shun him out and not give him a verse to do a song with him. Joseph Hoover, thank you. Go collect all your pun stuff, may exist. I'm gonna try. Bloodline. Everybody down here, part of my bloodline. I love ya, baby. Pun may be gone, but never forgotten. Gold GQ sends his love all day. We gotta work on the Beluga cartoon coming soon. Yes, you already know. My cousin GQ, you already know. Cuban GQ, my warrior. That's me and him. Are the ones who changed Joe Antonio on the beach, on South Beach. Trying to tell ya. Oh, you wanna come to my hotel? Yeah, in front of the Winter Haven Hotel. Me and him, about to get the Beluga. I had to throw the stick underneath the car because the cops coming. He put the cops on me. I'm telling y'all, facts. Even though I'm saying it like this, I'm trying to tell you this is facts. I wouldn't lie to you. So right, damn, what was that? Thanks, brother. You already know. Oh, bro. What the hell was that? Oh, Styles, man. When everybody turned their back on, we knew that Fat Joe was blocking baby Chris Rivers, Pun's son. When he was blocking him, he put the block in. Styles from the Locks was the only one from the industry that wrapped his arm around his, you know, the young brother, and he gave him burn. He gave him the shot to really get his voice out heard and his talent really heard to y'all. So salute to Styles, man, from the Locks. Love you. You know what I'm saying? Love you, for real. So that's how deep I go with my integrity and my honor. That's why I got love for them. You know? But yeah, we used to be, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't want to get in between stuff with, when it comes to Joe, I don't want him Jada to feel a certain way I'm going at him either. I'm kind of mad because you're giving him, you know, you already know what Joe is doing. He's trying to clean his public image up because of the FBAs and, you know, his shitty, you know, moves that he's done to people in the industry. He started catching up to him, but then Jada comes and saves his life. And not really save his life, can't save his life, but that's what he's trying to do. You could see this from far. Marcus, thank you, my brother. Did Fat Joe try to mess with you? Hey, Fat Joe tried to mess with your royalty checks from the contribution that you did from the TS. Of course he did. That's why I'm trying to get Gongo Roach. Gongo Roach, stop playing, man. Go. You already know. And you write in the Don Cartagena. I didn't write the Don Cartagena album. I gave him a few liners in there. Pun wrote it. Pun and Armageddon. Those are the two main contributors of that album. You know, I gave them lines always, you know what I'm saying, little lines here and there. You know, I always had a problem with writing the next dude's line, especially when they feel like you ain't shit, like they think you whack. Like Joe thought I was whack before, so I was like, this is why you want. But then the baloney takes he see me writing in Pun's house, and I'm writing for him, you know, so try to hook my, you know, at the time brother up so he could be better. And he'll take my rhymes too, you know what I'm saying? So he's just a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. He try to make you feel, sometimes, most of the time, he try to, you know, shit on you and make you feel lower, to lower your self-esteem. So it looks like he's hooking you up when you're the one really hooking him up. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that game. I seen that game. So I was like never too much around when you know started doing the think tanks and started writing rhymes. When Pun had the think tanks and the writing sessions in his living room in his house. I used to be part of it. Triple C's, you know what I'm saying? We used to be there. Even Prospect later on. You know what I'm saying? We used to put pen and things down, and then Joe comes in later after we pen everything down. We tell him the rhyme, and you know he'll take everything, of course. You know, then we have to go to the studio and show him how to do it. You know what I mean? So this is the kind of beluga we're working with. And then like, later on in the business side, he tries to act like, you know, you're paying dues so he can take your money through contracts. You know? It is what it is, man. Sometimes you got to go through hell to get to heaven. Sometimes you got to go through hell to get to heaven. Didn't I say that? Shout out to Level, man. You know? Word up. Share this channel to people everywhere. Yes, Kyle92. You already know, man. These are real stories from the Linkmeister himself. No cap attached to this. It's just straight up facts. You know? And Raekwon was part of the, Raekwon is another good brother. Method Man. Oh, they always had, you know, we had a relationship, you know what I'm saying, personal relationship. These are good brothers. And I know how they feel. MOP, love them, Billy Dance. Come on, man. They came to my house, man, after Punt Pass. We had a big dinner and everything. You know what I'm saying? Lil Fame. Those my bros. You know what I'm saying? I always had a crazy tight relationship with them when I was inside that industry like that. You know, we kind of fell out of touch because they doing what they. I guess when you're in that industry and you're not, like, I was like, I wasn't part of it no more. We got disconnected. And it's like, I had to accept it for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I always took it personal. He deal with me, and we build a report, and we good. I expect that little call. Even, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see me complain about niggas like, yo, my day ones that don't be like, yo, just check up on somebody with a happy birthday, son. Yeah, niggas, if I die, that means y'all niggas continue life, and we share the energy. And I showed you love, and we had great times, and you got memories of me. You don't even pull it out in the public. You know what I'm saying? That's what be bothering me. Like, yo, I'm in the public. I was in the public and all that. I put y'all in the spotlight, some of them. I'm talking about the dudes that were next to me. But the ones the artists that was inside that I made bonds with, I also feel a certain type of way, you know, check up on me. You know, it made me feel like it was just like kind of a little thing from, you know, like business, like, and it didn't feel like that when we was chilling with each other. You know, MOP used to stay in my studio session. He used to stay. I remember Lil Fame heard "Hey Mama," he almost cried. He said, "That's a beautiful song." He didn't even know Spanish, but that's when he went to when he did "Hijo la Gran Puta." When he killed that shit at MOB. When I had the cipher with the Nori, Lord Tariq, MOP, Cool G Rap, and myself. Go check that record out, you know. That's one of the illest ciphers ever. And Lil Fame bodied that. I'm talking about body. It wasn't regular. This is the highlight of Lil Fame as a fucking MC. Like, it's definitely one of those songs. You know what I'm saying? Nori did good. Lord Tariq killed it too. Coogee Rap bodied it. So, you know, it was a great thing because I have, like, Coogee Rap's been, one of my hip hop heroes forever. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Simpson, thank you, my brother. Got any Prodigy story, Cuban? You keep doing the little 99, you know, free 99 cents. Stop your shit. You asked for a lot of info, Marcus. Got love for you. I already told you a whole nice story for $1.99. I'm a crackhead right now. I feel like a crackhead. But you know me, you can't fuck it if you don't tempt me with a good time. But you start, if I remember, I'll tell you straight up. Prodigy used to visit Pun all the time in the Bronx, in the Yellow House, before he bought the big house on the corner, almost in the same block, but he used to rent a house. Like I said, where Ray lives now from ghetto inmates. But he Prodigy used to be, you know what I'm saying, Prodigy, Mobb Deep and us, we had a tight relationship. Joe didn't like them too much. Joe always felt like they was like tough midgets. And Joe always used to tell us a story about they seen Havoc and Mobb Deep get into something in a club and they got thrown down the stairs. That's how he used to talk about Mobb Deep and them. Me and Pun used to love them because come on now, just they talent alone, like we like real writers. real MCs. So real MCs, you know, we respect and we recognize one another. Joe, that's how you could tell Joe was never a real MC. He was more of a businessman trying to fit in and trying to tether into dope MC, you know, where the dope people are, the dope MCs, trying to hang on to their coattails, but yet diss them behind the scenes. He used to diss DMX all the time. Now he want to talk about DMX. He used to call him a crackhead to us. He used to, he faked the funk like he was going to get me DMX for my first album, which I asked for, and he faked the funk. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't like him, so like he didn't like and he didn't respect DMX. Like, he's a hater. He hated Jay-Z. You already know this is his character throughout the years. And now he talking about the same people he hated on where they was living, and he got the nerve to say that, you know, he had love for them all. Look what he did for the culture. Nigga, you was the biggest hater behind the scenes. So, you know, Prodigy, Mobb Deep. Prodigy was dope. Me and him had a great report. Oh, me and him and Pun. Havoc was a little more quiet, more reserved. Prodigy was outspoken, always telling stories with us, me and Pun. He respected us, definitely respected us as far as lyricism. We love the shit out of him. You already know. You know, be the infamous. You heard of us, Sufficient Queensbridge murderers. You already know them. They up there. To me, when it comes to like that era, it was one time the Prodigy was better than Nas, I think. It was one time. Oh, they was right there. I don't think better, but right there. He was fucking with Nas. Prodigy was a beast, man. Beast. Love Prodigy, man. But yeah, it was that day that he came in and he told that story where Pun, we were strapped up. We was chilling in front of the house first, and he was talking to me first. Pun was in the house. I was bringing him in the house. I was bringing him in the crib. So I met up in the front. You know what I'm saying? He came with his people. I met up him in front of the house because everybody used to chill in front of the house, but I seen him pull up. I went to him. I said, "What's up, my brother? What's going on? Come on. Let's go in the house." Walk in the house. Pun was there sitting in the bed like this. We bring him in the living room. And we just had a little huddle right there in the living room. And, you know, just praising each other. And yeah, you already know. They got into the gun conversation. You know what I'm saying? Pun was like, you know, Pun's house was like a fucking armory. Like my house too. My house was an armory, but, you know, I was in the low with him. Pun, exhibition. If you walk in his house, you'll have a fucking shotgun right there, you know, by the remote controller. You have a Glock over there by the side of the couch with a fish tank, you know, Uzi. That was Pun. So he let Prodigy. Oh, wait, I didn't see this one. Marcus Simpson. Thank you, my brother. God damn. Now y'all talking to me now. Now you talking to me now. Shit, made me feel like I'm in my only fans page over here. Thank you for that contribution to the revolution, my brother. Nah, I'm messing with you. These are real stories though. So Prodigy was definitely a dude that was quiet but funny. Snap a ton, like he snapped on you with like the serious face and that voice, and he's crazy, like yeah, he do all that. So Pun was like, you gotta be prepared and all that. You know, you coming over here, you know, you got this? he showed him his trap. And Prodigy was like, he said, you know we good. He said, yeah, but you don't got this. Nigga Pun pull out the fucking calico with the fucking round 100 round clip. We was like this, just exchanging guns. So that story was real, like what Prodigy said. But it was out of love. There was never no intimidation for him because it felt safe. They know the type of love we gave out was like, we protecting everything that's around here and we showing you the utmost respect and love. You know what I'm saying? When you came to see Pun, or me. So it was that type of energy, you know. Joe was the one that would try to set your ass up and act like he loves you. You know what I'm saying? And something happens to you around him and you'd be like, I don't know what happened. You know? He's that type. He's the crook like that. You know, with us, when it came to MCing, like the artists in the game, I think the respect was there, and I got a lot of respect through Pun because they knew I was Pun's twin like that. So, but then I earned my own shit too. Don't get me twisted. Like I earned my credentials. You know what I'm saying? When they put me to the test behind the scenes, and like I said, I guess I was paying dues to Fat Joe method of you coming out. He made me pay dues over dues. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, of course, that's using, abusing, you know what I'm saying, the power he had and try to jerk you. You know, that's his MO at the end of the day. So that's why TA, I believe TA. because he went through those type of things, and he had a whole 16 years after me. So I wanted to sit back. Like I've said, I read the complaint, I read everything about that case, but I'm sure that everything I heard, it sounds very familiar with his attitude, his character of the fucking the Beluga, Fat Joe. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out. I'm really be, you know, checking out the progress of that's going, because that means a lot, man. That means the truth, and I've been telling y'all the truth for a long time, and I've been telling y'all, my road to success, how it's been, purposely blocked and purposely, done in a certain way, and now at least I could get some closure through maybe another person's situation, which is similar to mine, but in that way. And the truth will be out, and maybe y'all will enlighten y'all to see what it really is, the snake, and what he's done. What kind of disgusting, disloyal and bitch shit he's done behind the scenes just to try to stop another individual. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. What up, Cuban Link? Do you remember a rapper named Michelob? He was on the Funk Master Flex's the mixtape album too. Michelob. Not really, y'all. 7, thank you for the contribution. I don't remember. Maybe, man, but I don't remember. Michelob. Michelob sounds a little familiar. But I don't think he was out there for me to remember exactly who he is. Michelob. Sounds. I know it's not the beer, but Yeah. Yeah, man. So that was the journey, man. That's part of the journey. Like I said, some people got different roads to take. And this is a Cuban Link journey. Couldn't ask for nothing better. I told you my story, when it's finished and done with, y'all gonna see it for the truth. The actual truth has been me and every other character that was involved in my story. And I'm saying I was involved in other people's stories also. They could say whatever they want. The truth is the truth. I'm just saying, y'all get to see and really, marinate over the stories, the real truth. Y'all gonna love it. Bad or good, the bad, the good. Take the good, take the bad, take them both. Cuban Link, Terror Squad. That's what it is. But Build the Bob. Hope you're not a boy throwing me hearts. Build the Bob. Salute. Kyle 92. I am an open book. I got a song about it. Want to hear it? Oh, man, Michelob was a graffiti artist. Okay. Yeah, you got to remind me, refresh my memory with his works. That maybe I can remember. But anyway, I just came here, take a little bit of your time, tell you a little story, because I just seen, like I told you, the Kiss and Crack, Jada and Joe podcast, and I seen the disgusting, rotten beluga up there, telling a story that, of course, got the beluga blubber on it. So I had to dust off the blubber, the stinky blubber, and tell y'all the real stuff from the real perspective. That's why I'm here, letting y'all know that. Tony Sunflower. Oh my God, I already told you. I don't even want to go. He's done already. He's fish food already. Tony Baloney. That nigga's just done. Don't even got no more talent. Got a painted beard on like his big fucking daddy. Steroids. Come on, what you got? I'll stop already. La Macana. El Dio Macana. We don't want to hear it no more. They take themselves out. The truth takes all these dudes out. Dubs all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what, being liars. I just came, like I said, bichotazo right across the face. Yeah, right, exactly. Rapper for India, Laz. Oh my God. Build the Bob. Stop. You can't be Build the Bob and giving me compliments. Build the Bob. Come on. Build the girl. Don't build the Bob. Unless you build the Baba. I don't even know. I don't even like that. Change your name if you want to give me little, compliments. I got a good physique and all this. Don't be Build a Bob. All right? Anyway, Lisa M, what's up? Too much spamming going on in this chat. Yeah, I got to get some help. I got to throw some wrenches out there. Pause. Somebody, you got to help me. Where the hell is my hood smokers at? Hood smokers! Smoke these niggas, man! Word up. Word up. You can't be sorry. I think you're gorgeous. All right, build about. But you a girl is the question. You better be a girl, a woman, lady in red. Can't be Bob with fucking carpenter suit on, talking about you look cute and handsome. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. So anyway, I just came back to say what's up. Let y'all know a couple of things here and there. Y'all giving me the animo, the energy to come back and keep talking to y'all, man. And y'all give me a little more chop, a little more bread, a little more change. I appreciate you. You appreciate me. It's a good relationship. Your boy Cuban Link. Rodrigo Ramirez. Signing out, man. Your boy Cuban.